I've never in my entire life seen this much sludge. 173 thousandths. Andrew's good with head.
Fuck you.
As you can see, we got the engine out of the poop coop. I didn't bother to video any of that last night because it only takes about 30-45 minutes to pull this engine out. So what are we doing here? Why is the engine out of the car? Well, I think most of you know that this engine had excessive blow-by. I showed it in a couple of videos, and I know a lot of people are saying, you know, try this and try that, and I was all for it. I think Berryman's B12 or whatever it is, you know, I was going to try all that, but we really just don't have time. Texas, we're leaving in like 6 days to go to Texas. So I'm just gonna pull this thing out, do a very, very cheap budget rebuild, and see how she runs. We got our deglazer here. I don't know what grit this is. Here are our main bearings. So got all this stuff from Summit, by the way. Rod bearings, and then some rings. Now that's not it. We do have some valve springs coming from Anderson Ford Motorsport, some trick flow valve springs for the stock heads, and also head studs. You guys said you wanted it budget, we're gonna keep it budget. I wanted to put a stroker motor in it, but Caleb, I was talking to him, Foxcast Media, I was talking to him and he's like, man, don't do the stroker. He was like, I think you're gonna lose your audience. You said you were gonna do this thing budget, you need to keep it budget. He's right, I 100% agree. At some point though, we are going to do something, and probably in the next video, I'll go ahead and spill the beans as to what we're doing. But I do think that I owe you guys the respect to keep this thing budget, finish it out, take it to the track a couple of times, and then we'll go ahead and ramp things up. All right, so we've started taking some stuff off. Got the bell housing off. John's working on the headers. It shouldn't take too long. We're not going to rush through this. We're just going to take our time with it. You guys see those? We are going to smooth those out a little bit and just clean up the exhaust port some and the intake. Yo, check that out. Literally, if I had to guess, man, that's at least a couple hundred thousandths ring gap. No wonder this damn thing had so much blow by. John, what did we just find, man?
Mike Tyson's gap.
Bruh. Look at that. And that is centered in there. We dropped the piston in there to make sure this is centered. So let me show you what we're working with here. There it is. Look at that. See that? Okay. You want to know what that measurement is? 173 thousandths ring gap.
From the old ring.
Yeah, from the old ring. So this is why we had a blow-by issue. I'm curious on that second ring too. All right, so here's the second ring. So let's try that out. God, this ring is sharp as hell. Is that one sharp?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it ain't much better. Yeah, so it's a little smaller, but that's still probably 100 thousandths right there. Holy crap. So roughly 135 thousandths. Holy shit. That's on the second ring. So let's do something here. Let me give you guys a little demonstration. Let's think about what we got going on here. So we got a big ass ring right here, right? That is letting air and compression come through the top, and then all it's got to do is find this other hole. Can y'all see that on camera underneath? So that's the issue. You get compression loss there, it comes down through there, and then it's got another big ass hole right there to find its way out. So that's, I think we figured out that was like 38 thousandths or something like that. That'll work. We don't have to gap these rings, that's the good thing. It's like a razor blade, man.
Yeah, you can actually see the raised up lip from this direction.
Yep. The cylinder walls are glazed over. And this is also bad for compression. It'll cause an engine to smoke and have blow by. Enough of all that. You guys now know what the issue was with the car. We're getting the head shaved. We're putting new trick flow valve springs in. We're gonna get back to work. We'll catch you guys in a minute. There it is. All right, so let's look at the bearings. Bearings look good. Got some wear on them and stuff, but not bad at all. Look at this, y'all. Freaking piston, I mean, it just falls out. And these are like razor blades right here. Man, that's so sharp. That looks pretty good. And there again, we're not trying to get the lip off of it or anything like that out of the top. That looks good. We're just deglazing, guys. That's it. We don't need to take any more material than we need to off this thing. That'll work. All right, cool. We're gonna finish this up. Here's the side that we've already done. That looks way better. There's some up and down scratches in here, but we're just gonna have to live with them, guys. Show them what you got there, John. Ooh, purple power from the dollar store. Everybody does this differently. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, but trust me, there's a million different ways. I'm using motor oil inside the cylinders. I'm just wiping them down. Okay. We're also going to put motor oil on the piston and in the ring compressor.
Something else tight. A lot better.
Hell yeah.
A lot more gooder.
Down.
Not yet. Down.
Oh, that's that look. The amount of sludge in this thing, you can't see it. Scoop it off in my hand here, along with this. Check this out, y'all. That is all metal in the bottom. I've never in my entire life seen this much sludge. I ain't never. And that ain't it. There's a bunch still left in there he's scraping out right now. Oh my God. All right, y'all, change of plans. We are headed to our local machine shop, to Southern Performance. We're gonna go up here and check out Ron and see if he can hook us up today, because we got a wild hair, me and John. We got a wild hair and decided, hey, let's just send the heads up there, see if he's got time to shave these things. So we've got an N41 cam in this car with stock valves and stock pistons. We should have enough clearance. I have spoken to Donnie B. You know, he pretty much is, you know, he's the guy when it comes to this. He's the man. And we should be able to get away with 20 thousandths off the heads. That'll go ahead and give us a little bit more compression, you know, kind of make these combustion chambers a little smaller.
Ready for the big reveal. Voila. There we go, it's an engine. So,
Look, y'all, this thing went together pretty smooth. I'm happy. We painted it up, cleaned most everything. It's looking pretty good. That looks so much better in there. The ring gap is now somewhere around 40 thousandths. These were not like a file to fit ring, so they are what they are. The cylinders are pretty close. They got some wear, but they're okay. I think we'll be just fine, guys. It's better than it was for sure, and I just feel good about it. But the big thing is the heads. So check this out. It's cost us $100 today, y'all. We got 20 thousandths shaved off the heads, so that'll help a touch with compression. Probably not much. We'll probably never know it, but I figured why not go ahead and deck these things. So that's what he did today. $100 is what it cost us to do it. Yeah, we'll come in and probably take that rough edge off, that sharp edge right there. You don't want any sharp spots in your cylinders because it will detonate. All right, so now look, we're just roughing this in right now. I know it looks like shit, but we're taking some of these Chief bits, I think is what they are, from Harbor Freight. They are very aggressive. They will take this cast head and treat it like aluminum. So as you can see, you got a knot right in there. So all we're doing now, there again, this is rough. We're just getting started. Just chewing out that and then blending the sides in right here. But it'll look pretty good when we're done. They won't all be even. They won't be perfect, but they'll be a lot better. You can already see the size difference. See that? And then that. And then we're putting new trick flow valve springs in. We got those from Anderson Ford Motorsport. Yeah. Check it out. If you guys want to know what you need for stock heads, this is what you need right here. These trick flow valve springs. And it comes with all your shims. It comes with the tool, little spacer in there, the tool that you need, all your shims. So here's the part number right here for you guys if you have stock E7 heads and you want to upgrade your valve springs. All right, right over here, we've got some studs because we will be spraying this car, and well, there's other reasons behind it too. And there you go. There is your part number right there. It's been a long day. It's been a productive day. Need to move that carburetor. But it's just been a long day. We've made trip after trip after trip. Guys, I want to tell you something. Let me see if I can see myself here. I want to tell you something. I started this project as a shoestring budget project. That shit got blown out of the water today. I mean, like...
Nickel and diamond.
Yeah, man. It's just nickel and diamond me to death here. There's been so many times I wish I would have just went ahead and ordered a damn 331 stroker kit and been done with it. Yes, it would have cost more money, but guys, God almighty, I had to go buy another set of rings today. The rings that I ordered were the wrong rings. So I had to go back to a rally, spend $160 on freaking rings. I've got about $300 in rings and bearings now. Yeah. Guys, I could have bought an entire stroker kit for about $1,100. I could have bought a whole stroker. Anyway, listen, I want to leave y'all with something on tonight's video. You're not gonna believe me. I know you're not. But before you do any type of stock rebuild like this, unless you're just doing kind of what we're doing, which is just rings and bearings, if you take it any further than that, and you're going to bore this thing, and you're going to go buy 30 over pistons, and then all that stuff, if you're going to go through that trouble, just order a damn 331 kit. Because, listen to me, you get pistons, rods, new crank, bearings, and rings for about $1,100. You really can't beat that. Now, I understand, sometimes we just got to pinch every penny that we can pinch. And an extra $300-400 to do this is just not in the budget. I do understand. But if you can swing it, just order a stroker kit. You get everything you need. Or 347. You just got to notch the cylinders, okay? This shit will nickel and dime you to death trying to be ultra budget. Sometimes it ends up costing you a lot more. Unless, of course, you got a lot of time on your hands, which we don't have a lot of time. We got to go to Texas. John's going to be going to Texas with us as well. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Wiznap Mustangs. Now our boy John works there. So he's helped us out a lot on this car. We got a bezel from him not too long ago. John is loving it over there. And ain't that the dream job?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that he's over there. He's enjoying it. Roger loves him to death, and he loves Roger like it's one big family over there. So I couldn't be any happier. This has worked out great. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up tonight. Andrew and Michael and John, I think Papa T, everybody's coming over tomorrow. And we're going to jump on this thing, and I'm going to turn Andrew loose on these heads. They're stock E7 heads. I'm not too worried about us like messing them up. It'll be fine. So we're going to turn him loose on them and see what he can do. And we got to get these valve springs and everything. We're kind of ahead of schedule here, so I don't know if we're going to have to. We might not be able to let Andrew do it. Might not. I might have to go ahead and get started without him. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you tomorrow. See you then. Looking good? Oh yeah, look at that, y'all. Got the knots cut out of them. Man, that looks good. That looks good, y'all. Widen the ports just a little bit, tapering the edges of them. Yes, sir.
I mean, yeah, them things are just touching.
Papa T don't like the camera.
No, this is what we're working with. You see where it barely touched with the hairline right there.
Yep. So, as you can see, guys, we're lapping valves. And we started out with the hand tool, then we got lazy, went to the drill, but we did put a piece of rubber vacuum hose on it, just so you can't pull too hard. Now, here goes everybody in the comment section.
Oh, yeah.
We're not doing it right. I don't care, okay? This is the way we're doing it. I'm no professional valve lapper. I've never done it in my life. I've watched videos, and look, here's the thing. It'll be better than it was. So,
Well, if you watched YouTube, you know how to do everything.
that's right.
Listen to the sound.
Yep. You hear the sound of it. It's rough, and then it gets fine. It's lapping in. We'll probably go back a couple more times. Of course, some WD-40 in there, kind of mix it in with the compound, and then pull them a little bit tighter, a little bit faster. Should polish out on that. One head that we've already done. There again, these heads were shaved 20 thousandths. We lapped the valves. John did some porting on the inside of the heads, just cleaning them up. all right, I'm recording. Oh. I just started. Oh, Lord. Hey, look who woke up, y'all. Barely. All right, so check it out. We've got head studs in. I always love the way these things look with studs. They look so badass, even though it's a little stock 302. Literally a 302. Not even a $4,000 306.
308.
Oh, excuse me.
Easy now.
Excuse me. All right, so we got these things done. We got our valve springs in. We will show you guys, at least on one, how to set up your valve spring height, check it, and all that. But these are the trick flow valve springs and the stock heads. John did some port work in here. Looks good. The heads have been cleaned up. Everything's been degreased, blown out, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to go ahead and set these things on. We're not using any brush tack or anything like that for this, just because, I don't know. We're just not today. I don't feel like messing with it. We got studs. If we were using bolts, I would definitely use brush tack or spray tack. There it is. Cool. All right, Andrew, come on. We're going to change the plans. We're going to go ahead and spray the heads. But anyway, that's what it looks like when you put your heads on. Andrew's good with head.
Fuck you.
As
soon as I heard Andrew, I was like, here we go.
Andrew, what time did y'all wake up today? Now, Andrew is the master at this. Y'all listen to me. So Andrew's probably the best I've ever seen at setting up valve springs. Man, he just has a knack for this stuff.
That's because he don't want to do it.
No, seriously, he's just really good at it. He's very thorough, and that's what you got to be when you're doing valve springs and stuff like that. So he did a very good job on his white car, so I'm going to let him take over.
I'm waiting on it. Yeah, it's good.
Pop your valve in. Now, here's what I recommend. Put you some grease, something like that, and what that's going to do is allow everything to stick, essentially. See? You're about to make me mad, man. All right. Yeah.
So
All right, so now these are different. So your retainers are going to be different. So this is an intake. Make sure that you keep these correct here. So I'm going to drop it on. And this is fun. So sometimes I'm trying to do this more by myself here to show you. It usually takes two of us to do this. But if you put some of this grease on, it'll hold. Pull up here and then give it a little tug up. They supply you with a rod here, okay, this little rod. And what you want to do is slip this down in between. Now this one's fine. So see, that's the difference in all of these. This intake is fine because as you can see, this thing fits in here perfectly, no issue. So we don't have to shim this.
No-go gauge.
Yeah. I recommend anytime you pull these off, just so you don't get confused, go ahead and put it back on top of the bag. So blue is intake, white is exhaust.
It's blue and white.
Blue and white. So stupid. And you're just going to go down the line checking every single one of these. If you need to, just add a shim. Add 2 shims. Add whatever you need to add. We've never had to add more than 1 shim. Anyway, that's how you check your spring height install right there. Just go down there, check them all, and then put your valve springs on. We'll show you guys how to do that here in just a second. This is what I recommend if you have the heads off the car. This is actually John's dad's right here. So what we're going to do is drop a valve spring on, and then go to the intake. Drop it. This really kind of takes 2 people to do it, but you can do it by yourself. Okay. You have to adjust this, but I'm not going to get into showing you guys how to do all that. You'll figure it out. Best thing to do is get your locks started if you can. It usually tends to help. And then there you go, okay? Just put your locks in and do it that way. The old motor looks pretty good. We got some old header gaskets on it, but other than that, we just decided to reuse them. Looks pretty good. We did the best that we could with what we have. Sorry if the enthusiasm really isn't here right now. We're just tired, especially me and John. We'll give out, y'all. It's been one of these builds, and we're going to do a video. It's been one of these builds that'll make you question why you do this. Especially the way we did it. But anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead, set this engine over in the car. We're going to put the transmission in it once we get it in the car. It's just easier that way. And Andrew is riding the damn cherry picker. Hell yeah. It's been one of them nights. It's been one of them weekends. Well, hell, it ain't even the weekend yet. It's just Friday. But that's alright though. We're gonna bust the old poop coop off tonight. Here in probably, hopefully, about 30 minutes. I like all those different sizes.
Yeah, man. That's
nuts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It keeps you on your toes, man.
Yeah, something like that.
Soon to be the scoop coop. That's what we're gonna call it, the scoop coop.
Scoop coop?
Yeah, it's gonna scoop.
Oh, I thought you said scoop, like a hood scoop.
Oh, I like the chip. Dip out on your ass.
I'll catch you guys once we get it down and get ready. Hold on now, say this for the camera. You did what?
I put the fucking shifter handle on back. That bitch way up there.
Okay. All right. We didn't put the radiator in. I recommend you guys, unless you're just very confident, wait on the radiator. Let me get a battery charger on it, or at least that jump box. Timing may be a little high. All right. Hold up. Hey, you work the throttle now.
Huh?
Work the throttle too. No. I think we're toothed off. With the distributor being that far over, we need to move we're kicked off, yeah. But hope you'll go ahead and pump up. Something that we found out, I don't know, over our many times messing with these Fox bodies is sometimes if you'll switch them off, let them sit for a second, and then start them back up, a lot of times the lifters will go ahead and pump up. But hey, that's it. I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't sound any different. I was really expecting it to kind of sound a little better, but we are tooth off, so we need to get our timing adjusted. And here's the thing, the timing is all controlled now by the Mega Squirt, so there's no telling where we're at with this thing yet. So I need to set it. We need to do the trigger wizard and verify timing and all that stuff. But for right now, it runs. It seems pretty good. We got oil pressure, so I'm happy with it. As a matter of fact, I say we go ahead and wrap this one up. I may include a little bit of footage once we get it running better, but that's pretty much the end of this journey, okay? The next video will be us probably taking it down the road for the first time and seeing you guys in Texas. So that's it. Guys, listen, you know, be strong. I tell you, these things will test you. It tested us this weekend. I was questioning why I was even doing this, but you know what? It's all worth it in the end whenever you bust one off. So this thing is fresh now. It's got new rings, new bearings, oil pump, new valve springs. It's got head studs. So I'm pretty happy with it, guys. But yes, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I may include a little bit more footage for you guys. But yeah, see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.